What's up, YTPC? Uncle Willie coming to you on this Meerschaum Monday from the Mobile Lounge. Freaking cold out there. Wind blowing. Wasn't for the wind, it wouldn't be so bad, and if the sun was out. So the sun comes and goes. It goes mainly. It peeks his head out through the clouds and like, nope, and goes back in. Don't blame him. That's why I'm out here instead of out in the coop. Smoking my Yeti Bigfoot Meerschaum. But I changed it up with the tobacco this week. Instead of using the Cup of Joe's Weber, I'm smoking some Sam Gowith Brown No. 4. And when I haven't smoked this in probably a month, maybe almost 2 months. I like to look back on the tobacco reviews to freshen up on what other people think. So when I smoke it, I can compare it mentally. Well, my buddy Jim Inks, he reviewed it back in 2009. And this other guy that I tried pronouncing his name before, Emeritus is what it translates to, is what it looks like. It's Emeritus, but it's all one word. Emeritus, whatever. The reason I know it's Emeritus is because our hospital over here is Emeritus Health Center, Emeritus Hospital, and it's spelt the same way. But his is Emeritus Account is what it is. His review is from 2014. And he went as far as to say that if you're a new pipe smoker, avoid this. Because this is like, if you read the review, you would take it as this being one of the strongest tobaccos on the planet. If you went by his review. I'll admit, some tobaccos, not many, and a few cigars, I got to make sure I got a full belly before I smoke either one, cigar or the LFD cigars. They have one that's called the Digger. It's like 9 inches long. 9 inches long, and I think it's over a 60 ring gauge, but not quite 70. So it's like a 64 or something like that. It's a big freaking cigar. It'd take you about 3 hours to smoke it, and it just gets stronger as it goes. It just, after you smoke a cigar for about an hour, you basically had enough. Just like with the big bowl. If it lasts 45, 50 minutes, when it's done, you're pretty much satisfied. You're full. That's why I like Toro size cigars, because they typically last about an hour. Robustos, depending on, they could last 45 minutes. Sometimes they last an hour. Sometimes the Toro will last an hour and a half. Depends on the weather, the mood, the flavors, the way it's rolled, everything about it. The tobacco that's in it. Because you can take one Toro and burn it up in 40 minutes, where you can take another Toro by another manufacturer, and it could take some people 2 hours to smoke. Just depends on your cadence of how you smoke. And speaking of cigars, I do believe I remember saying about this tobacco, it does not have cigar leaf in it, contrary to what you've read or seen or heard, or somebody told you they taste cigar, whatever, straight from the Gowers Hogarth camp. It says there is no cigar leaf in the brown number 4. It's comprised of all Virginias, dark air cured and dark fire cured. The dark air cured is what's in the middle, and the dark fire cured is what makes up the outer wrapper, because it's a rope. And that's what makes up the outer wrapper. And the inner part of it, because it's spun cut, it's twisted. The inside is dark air cured, and they said that's what gives it the cigar type flavor, is from the dark air cured. And then you get the smokiness of what you would think was Burley's from the dark fired of the wrapper. I mean, I don't taste cigar in it. And this one, I can't remember what I said about the bowl I smoked the last time, if I got a chewy mouthfeel of smoke, but I'm not getting that yet on this pipe, on this bowl. And it could have something to do with it being a Meerschaum, where what I smoked it in the last time was a briar. I'm sure y'all have noticed that you can get different flavors at different times out of different bowls that are sometimes not the same back to back. So within the next couple days, that door right there will be looking Christmassy. I think the wife has got something. She usually puts something on the door every year. I think she's got something. Her theme this year is Grinch. We went over to the storage yesterday and dug out stuff that she needed for Christmas to go with the stuff she's already got. St. David's Pipes, old Dave. I forgot all about it, buddy. I feel like I'm yelling. I think my mailman's lost. Today, mailman Mike don't work on Mondays. There's a guy, he's done rode up and down here. This is his 3rd time going by. But anyway, Dave, I'm sorry. I forgot about the Thanksgiving memories that you were looking for. I don't really have a whole lot. I mean, we just grew up. I don't remember people coming over to the house that much. My dad was not a social butterfly. He didn't visit nobody. Only poultry breeders in the the late 60s, early 70s, when he was in the Virginia Poultry Breeders. He would go to the county fair, the state fair, different states, and show his birds. Most of them got blue ribbons. But we didn't go anywhere visiting. If we went anywhere, it was me and my mom. Like I say, Daddy didn't go nowhere. We always had Thanksgiving dinner at the house. Mom made everything from scratch. That's what they did back then. We didn't know what canned foods were except for a can in a jar, where they canned foods from year to year. But I do remember one time when I was a kid, and I'm thinking that it was probably for Thanksgiving, because it was just me and my mom. My dad went to bed at like 7:30 every night. It didn't matter if the sun was out or not. When they started daylight saving time, he just bought dark curtains and put in the bedroom so he could go to sleep. He was in bed at like 7:30 every night, 8 o'clock tops. And then he was up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. He never used an alarm clock his whole life. He's never had an alarm clock. But anyway, my mom and I was home watching TV. Daddy was already in bed. Our bathroom was in the back of the house. So when you walk in our front door, you had a hallway, because there's a bedroom here, had a hallway. Then you come into the living room. Then you come to the kitchen, and then it stepped down into what we called the little room, and that's where Ma had the washing machine. And once you stepped down there and made a left, that was a bathroom. The way it looks, we think the house was built with the outhouse, because the bathroom and the little room and the bathroom was almost like off the house. So it's like they added that on after. They might not have even had running water when that house was built. It was an old house. Because the living room used to be, the bedroom was added on later. Anyway, I went to the bathroom. My mom had put on, I don't know how many, I'm going to say she put on a dozen eggs to boil. Forgot about them. I had to go to the bathroom, so I went to the back, and it's dark going through the house, and then it gets cold in the very back. And I went back there, and I remember I had to be like 7 or 8, because I mean, I was young. Maybe only 7, 6 or 7. I don't even think I was 8. But when I come back out of the bathroom, as I got beside the stove, those eggs started exploding. And if you've ever heard a boiled egg boil out the water and then they cook and they busted, I went running into the house and jumped up on the couch beside my mom, and I was like, Mommy, they're shooting at me. And she was trying to get up at that time because she knew what had happened. But that was about the only eventful memory I can remember of having from Thanksgivings gone by. With my family, growing up, I got some other stories about my first set of in-laws. Bless their soul. Both of them have been gone for years now, but God rest their soul. I don't want to dig up bones with them. They were both alcoholics, and they were both really, really good people, though. Never had any problems with them. But yeah, that was my Thanksgiving story that I forgot to tell the other day. Yeah, mommy, they're shooting at me. I mean, it was loud noise, especially when you're right there beside it. I might have even felt shrapnel hit me, I don't know. I don't know if y'all can hear a vibrating. I got the car running. That wind blowing, and it was rather warm. I turned the car on, and I turned on the seats, and the heat's running just a little bit. Leather seats are cold in the winter. So I don't see where this stuff is so strong that somebody says that they almost make you afraid to smoke it because it's so strong. I don't get that. But I can tolerate a lot more stronger tobaccos than some people can. I can see us getting some brown coming in on the back side. Of course, you see the top. If I could be as disciplined as Piper Dave 2023 and just smoke this, I think this is going to be pretty badass when it gets the color of the Meerschaum that he smokes daily. I just can't smoke the one pipe over and over and over. I gotta have something different. I have smoked the same pipe more than once in the same day, but after I smoke it, like today, I won't smoke it again until 3 or 4 days at least. All right, guys, that's all I got. This is available. It says 25 grams, 50 grams, and in bulk. I bought it in bulk. I've seen it in the 50 gram tins, but I guess the 25 gram may be a pouch. It's available. It's made in the UK. Sam Goworth is the manufacturer, Virginia based. But blend type, Virginia based. Contents, Virginia. So for those that think there's burley in it, it's not. Those that think there's cigar in it, it's not. And that excerpt from No Cigar Leaf and the 2 components that are in it, that came from a Goworth Hogarth spokesperson. I guess I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. So remember, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And with that being said, until next time, you know what to do. Stuff 'em and puff 'em.